there is an essential link between the liturgy of the Word and the liturgy of the Eucharist. For a long time we neglected that.
Many Methodist churches would often operate what we call an open table, so anyone is welcome, and it's very much understood to be the table of the Lord.
Different views, different understandings, different churches. For centuries, the Eucharist, which is seen by Christians as a sacrament of unity, has been anything but a point of unity on the ecumenical journey, and for that reason has often been avoided as a topic. However, in an atmosphere of friendship, members of the Catholic, Church of Ireland, Presbyterian, Methodist and Russian Orthodox churches had the courage to take up the thorny issue at the 2009 Greenhills Ecumenical Conference in Drogheda. Under the interesting title, The Eucharist, Yesterday, Today and Tomorrow, a Reformation Perspective, Professor Breandan Leahy from St Patrick's College, Maynooth, suggested ways that churches can in fact inch forward towards a shared understanding of the Eucharist.
We need to ask this question, not what can I teach the others, what can I learn from the others? What insight, what can I gain? Listening with humility, with love, to what they are saying about the Eucharist and their tradition. I begin to perceive and understand something more deeply of them, and then suddenly I realise I'm understanding my tradition more deeply. That's part of the journey we've yet to go. We'd love to be at the goal. We'd love to have full communion between us all. It's painful. We're not there yet. But I believe this journey could be very, very fruitful. And that's what I tried to say in my paper today. Very fruitful for all of us to rediscover just the greatness of the Eucharist.
Firstly, that the Church has...
The Eucharist is an incarnational experience, and that the material world is elevated through the Eucharist, and God blesses his creation through the Eucharist.
The important thing is now we say we're in an intermediate phase. We've come a long way, we've not yet reached the goal, but we can, in the phase we're in now, do a lot together.
A common concern experienced by all the Christian denominations is the way young people are drifting away from church practice. According to Reverend Darren McCallig from the Church of Ireland, children pass through phases of faith development, from an institutional phase where they take faith on the word of, for example, their parents, to an intellectual phase, typically as teenagers, when they question everything.
Unless we are able to journey with them as they move from that institutional phase to that intellectual, more questioning phase, and through maybe hopefully through third stage, which educationalists and people who write about this call the mystical stage, then we are going to lose them. Yeah.
So when will we see Eucharistic intercommunion?
It will happen when the Lord wants it to happen, and we open our hearts to have it happen. Now, the Lord wants it to happen, of course, but it will happen when we open our hearts to hear the word of the Lord calling us to that greater unity and that greater communion.